Spoken word artist. Say it. Curator of Dutchess. LoveReigns. Now give it up for LoveReigns. I see you, Rain.
Hey y'all! Hey! Thank y'all for coming. I can't believe y'all came to see LoveReigns. It's been a long time, man. This is my first show that I've hosted of my own since 2 years. It's been 2 years since I've hosted my own show, so I appreciate y'all for coming out and rocking with the kids. Tonight we are celebrating 100 episodes of the Random Thoughts of Rain podcast, which really just kind of started like on a humbug, really. Like the pandemic hit, and I was like, I want to do something. I still want to talk to the people, right? I still want to be able to introduce these amazing creatives that I've had the pleasure of meeting and knowing, and I wanted to still bring those people to the world. So I started, my first episode was April 21st of last year. So it's been a full year and 100 episodes, man. That's a lot of talking. That's a lot of talking. That's a lot of people to talk to. A lot of y'all in here I've interviewed, so thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all give yourselves a hand. I'm so glad that y'all are here, man. So first and foremost, I'd like to say, giving honor to God, first of all, who is the head of my life. Also, rest in peace to Breonna Taylor, Markeyta Bryant, and so many others that we have lost. I've decided to dedicate anything that I do to the people that we've lost due to senseless violence and things like that. So I'm dedicating this show to Markeyta Bryant. If you don't know who Markeyta Bryant is, she was a 16-year-old girl who was murdered by the police, and we gotta figure out a way to figure this out, right? We gotta find a way to figure this out. But we're gonna have fun, all right? Tonight we have some amazing guests, and I want to just let y'all know that all of this wouldn't have been made possible without people like Mo Noir. Y'all give it up for Mo Noir for putting up with me, really for a couple years. Shouts out to Players by the Sea, man. Woo! Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to take over the theater. I appreciate it. Y'all look beautiful. These eyelashes, I can't really. MJ put eyelashes on me and I just be like, Lord have mercy.
Rain, don't blink too hard, you fly away.
I know, like, y'all give it up for DJ Dutchess. If y'all see me pacing, I'm only like a couple hundred steps from getting my 10,000 steps in. So I'm using y'all. Does anybody else feel like, we're in like this time warped era? I feel like we're simultaneously on the Truman Show, The Matrix, and what else? I don't even know, like Twilight Zone, all at the same time. Like that's what it feels like. Because sometimes a lot of the stuff that happens in the world, I'm just like, come on, man, like seriously. And then on top of all of that, there's people who still have time to be petty and get caught up in drama. I don't have time for it, man. I don't have time for the drama. People who have left, all right, they left. You know what I'm saying? Like life goes on. Life is too short, right? Life is too short. Rest in peace to Chris Candid. I'd like to do a moment of silence real quick for Chris, who actually passed away last night. So thank you. I know that some of you were really, really close to Chris. So the fact that y'all are here says a lot, right? And I know that he would have wanted you to still be here, right? He was such an amazing guy. So grieve, right? Grieve as much as you need to for as long as you need to. But at the same time, remember his smile. Remember all of the amazing memories and all the things, the life that he brought to so many people, right? And keep going. Just keep going. That's it, right? Just keep going. I always listen to Les Brown, and he says, you know, the richest place or the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. And the reason for that is because that's where a lot of ideas and thoughts and creativity, things that God has gifted to us, and we allow that to die with us, right? One thing that we know for sure and for certain is that we all will pass at some point, right? So as much as it hurts, understand that all of it is for the better good, right? Leave as much of yourself to this earth and to this world as you can, because we know that we're not going to make it all alive. We're not going to make it out alive, right? So go all out. Them dreams and those thoughts that God gave you, God gave them to you for a reason. All right? So go out there, live your dreams. Fuck the bullshit. Excuse my language. But for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, life is not promised, right? So if y'all remember nothing else, just go out there and chase your dreams, right? Go out there and do all of the things that God promised. Do all the things that God gave you to do and give to the world, because somebody is waiting on you to deliver it. All right? So do that. Okay? So I do have a couple giveaways. The first giveaway goes to...
I bought a ticket.
Nope. The first giveaway, you get an amazing, you can either get a MJ Baker t-shirt. Shouts out to MJ Baker. Or you can get a Fly Socks and Tees t-shirt. Shouts out to the NPN Network. So the first shirt is going to the first person who bought a ticket, and that is my homie, Taryn Jenkins. Here you go, homie. I appreciate you. Thank you for always supporting me, and I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. All right, and these last two shirts are going to the first two ladies who showed up tonight, and that is Miss Willette and Miss Jerry. Thank you so much. Y'all give it up for them. Woo. All right, y'all. How y'all feeling? Y'all feel good? All right. So this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to close your eyes, and I just want you to breathe. Just breathe. Right? We're going to do it again, but I want everybody to give out a collective hum. All right? So close your eyes.
With your mask on.
Right, with your mask on. Come on, choir. I hear you. Doesn't that feel good? Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Y'all ready for a good show? Yeah! Y'all ready for a good show? Yeah! All right, so coming to the stage, first up is a very, very, very funny young man. He made me promise to say that he is the most handsome, most dapper young man I have ever met in my whole entire life. Y'all give it up for the one and only Nick Harvey!
That's the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they love us.
I ain't got a lot of time. She messed up my intro. I told her to say that I am the smartest person that I know, and I am the most handsome person I know, but my greatest quality is my humility.
Yeah. I want to remember all of that.
That's what I was people in. How y'all doing tonight? Thank you guys for being here. This is awesome seeing people come out and enjoy themselves. Like the energy is different in Jacksonville since last night. Of course, with the Jags, with the picks they got in the draft. You know, we got Jaguar fans in here. Got a couple of them. You know, I got an email about getting Jaguar season tickets today, And of course, you know, they got a new quarterback and a new coach, running back. So the tickets are actually sky high. And I can't bring myself to pay that kind of money for Jaguar tickets. I'm just saying, like, I remember back in the day, they couldn't even get them tickets away. I mean, you can pay $75, they'll let your quarterback. I remember about 3-4 years ago, I got pulled over for speeding. They gave me 2 Jaguar tickets. I said, take me to jail. But listen, like them Jag tickets are sky high. Like, you know, I'm not a Jag fan. I'm a Tennessee Titan fan, and my wife, she's a huge Jag fan. So we're a house divided. We you know, go back and forth with each other. So one day, I got a 12-year-old daughter. Me and my wife were arguing, playfully arguing. And my daughter, she says, is a jaguar and a leopard the same thing? And I said, I don't know. But of course, what do? You Google it. And I found out they're not the same thing. Actually, leopard's natural habitat is actually in deciduous forest areas. And the jaguar's natural habitat is at the bottom of the division. All right, that's enough Jag jokes, okay? This is nice though, man. It's a little smaller than I thought it would be in here though, man. This reminds me of a show I did in somebody's living room. It actually was a great show though. It got a little bit crazy afterwards. We vacuumed. It was a lot of fun. But it's good to see people out, man, and enjoying themselves, you know, enjoying their lives. Man, I'm enjoying my life. Like, I'm getting ready to come up on, this upcoming Sunday, I'm coming up on 6 years of marriage. 6 years. And I gotta admit, I'm happily married, man. I'm happily married. I'm done with the single life. I was so done with the single life. I was single for like 5 years, and I kept getting in bad relationships because I was lonely. And it didn't take a whole lot to make me fall in love at all. Like one time I almost married this girl based solely on her ability to make potato salad. And listen, y'all don't understand how good that potato salad was, okay? My roommate, he tasted that potato salad, he said, hey bro, you better not mess this up for us. My other friends, they weren't happy for me. They talking about, hey man, you need to break up with her, she cheating on you. I'm like, that is not of my concern at all. The Lord put this potato salad in my life. And y'all need to be happy for me. I do gotta admit, like, the relationship did end awkwardly though, because I came in the house and I actually caught her making the potato salad, and I found out it was a Paula Deen recipe. And I broke up with her. Oh, it wasn't about anything racial at all. I had the recipe, I ain't need it no more. Yeah, man, I'm enjoying my life. Like, man, listen. I'm getting ready to turn 40 this year, man. 40, and I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Although I'm not where I thought I'd be by the time I turn 40. You know, like, I thought by the time I turn 40, I would be getting ready to retire, you know, from the NBA. You know, me and my white wife. Listen, don't be mad at me. It comes with the contract. You know, so I got a birthday coming up this year, man. I'm hoping, like, I gotta be real, like, I'm hoping that I get a surprise party. Like, this one thing I always want. I never had a surprise party, man. Well, actually, I did have one time. Well, actually, it was an intervention, but it was just like a surprise party. It's like, surprise, you're a horrible person. But anyway, I'm enjoying my life. It's good to see people out, man, enjoying themselves, you know, especially with everything going on in the country, the political climate right now. You know, like, and I try to stay away from political jokes because I don't know a whole lot about politics at all. Like, this is what a political interview with me would sound like. So, Mr. Harvey, which way do you usually go when you vote? Do you go Democrat or Republican? Sir, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it real. What I usually do when I can, I usually just vote for the black man. I really don't care if he's Dominican or Republican. And that sums up what I know about politics, you know. But, you know, I'm going to give a new president a chance. But, you know, the thing that I'm really questioning is I'm questioning how they're spending the money. Because I saw on the news recently that the government had actually spent $80,000 buying 117 flat screen TVs for the federal prisons, which is crazy. That's what they're doing with our tax dollars, you know. But it did make me realize something though, people. I have absolutely got to go to jail, man. I'm serious, they living good in jail. They ain't got no bills. You get 3 free meals a day. You can work out when you want to. You can find religion. I mean, these days you can even get a college degree in jail. I need to go to jail to get back on my feet. I mean, you gotta love a place you can get college cred and street cred at the same place. You know, first period geometry, second period shank making. You gotta stab them at the right angle. You know, like people are literally in jail getting college degrees. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm majoring in business with a focus on cocaine distribution. Like I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna be getting next. Next thing you know, they're gonna be getting Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. And I'm definitely gonna have to murder somebody. But yeah, man, like I said, man, you gotta enjoy your life, man. I'm enjoying my life. I just came home from Tennessee. I was excited about going particularly because I wanted to see one of my cousins. I got a cousin, he just got out of prison. Like this guy been in and out of jail his whole life, you know. I think he got a timeshare. I'm not sure why he keep going to jail. Well, finally I run into him over my aunt's house, and it's like a very, very awkward situation. Cause he's like he's got an attitude and he's snapping at me, and finally I'm like, hey cuz, man, I ain't saw you in years. Like, what's the problem? Like, did I do something to you? He said, hey cuz, I'm just gonna tell you like this. All that time I was in jail and you ain't never sent me no money. I said, well, you was in jail and not summer camp. Like, what you need money in jail for? He said, cuz when you in jail, you gotta have money on your books, man, so you get snacks, so you get Twinkies and stuff like that. I said, well, Twinkies are for people who are doing good. You do not deserve a Twinkie. Maybe a moon pie, but definitely not a Twinkie. So my cuz, man, why you playing, dog? We don't play in jail about our snacks, man. I had to choke this dude out one time about my Twinkies. I said, that is a bit much for a snack cake, brother. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Like somebody gonna die about this ice cream. And, you know, like I hope he stay out of jail, but honestly, I don't think he's gonna stay out of jail because he's still glorifying the thug life. You know, I hear him bragging about prison fights he been in and surviving getting stabbed and surviving shootouts and stuff like that. And as much as a gangster as he portrays himself to be, he don't know that I remember from when we were really small children, he's actually severely allergic to peanut butter. You can't be no gangster when you're allergic to peanut butter, man. Like, all this time people been shooting at you not knowing all they needed was a spoonful of Jif to meet your demise. Like, honestly, somebody can put some peanut butter on a bullet and shoot you in the leg, you'll die the most non-thug death in history. Hey, man, I heard about Mike, man. I heard he got shot in the leg, man. He's straight, right? No, bro. He died. He died from one shot in the leg? Yeah, bro. Peanut butter bullet. Peanut butter bullet? Peanut butter bullet? Was it creamy or crunchy? Crunchy. Oh, man, we done lost another one, man. I'm sure gonna miss him. Rest in Reese's Pieces. Thank y'all for laughing at that stupid joke right there. That is a dumb joke right there. So, I just moved recently, moved into a really nice neighborhood. Just moved out to Bartram, you know, and I love it out in Bartram. I told my realtor I need to be in a neighborhood where white women jog at night. And she made it happen. You know, neighbors were really nice. Shortly after we moved there, I got invited to a birthday party. One of my neighbors. I got there, I was the only black guy at the party. And no big deal. I do have to admit, this is the first time I've ever been at a party and I felt awkward dancing on beat. It's okay, the white lady's laughing. Anyway, so we're at the party, everybody's enjoying themselves, so they end up finding out that I was a comic. And so the guy wanted to show me this comic that he likes on YouTube. So the girl who was throwing the party, she was like, well, my laptop's right there, and it was in her bedroom right off of the living room. So we go in the bedroom. I don't know if the guy's phone rang or whatnot. I turn around and he's just like made some beeline out of the room. So I get a little concerned because I'm the only black person at this party and I'm in this stranger's bedroom alone. And the only thing I could think was, God, please don't let them come up missing. And just my luck, the next day the girl who was throwing the party, her iPhone came up missing. And of course, who was the first person they blamed? The black guy. You know, it's terrible that it's 2021. We got the same crazy stereotypes and racism going on. I mean, okay, I stole it, but that's neither here nor there. That's blatant racial profiling. All right, so I think I'm out of time. Taryn, do I got time to do a poem or do I need to wrap it up? She said I could do a poem. So, I am not only a comedian, I'm a spoken word poet. She's gonna let me do a poem before I get out of here. So, I'm gonna do this last joke. Find me on social media. I don't like social media, but I need to like social media because I'm a comedian. So find me on social media at Nick is Funny. But social media has gotten ridiculous because I was going to pay for gas the other day, and the guy behind the counter said, "Hey, when you get home, make sure you check out our Facebook page," which brings me to the question, really, how pathetic in life do you have to be to want to be friends with the Shell station on Facebook? But, so I'm friends with the Shell station on Facebook, and I thought it'd be funny. I went on their page the other day and I posted, "Thinking about robbing you, LOL." And now I'm friends with JSO. All right, y'all, so this poem right here, we're switching gears. So this poem right here is called "A Letter from My Potential." It's pretty self-explanatory. When I wrote this, I was in a really depressed place, and I had to be brutally honest with myself about those things that I needed to work on as a man. And sometimes for us, that's the hardest thing to do, is for us to be honest with ourselves. So this is a letter from my potential. Hope somebody gets something out of this. So let's go. Dear Nick, let's be honest. You could be the spokesperson for underachievement. Has your inner drive died? Do you need some time for bereavement? I mean, you are a straight A student who's barely bringing C's in. I need you to get your head in the game. We can't afford to wait the next season. I guess it's fitting. You still haven't acknowledged your procrastination problem. And I know you probably had planned on getting around to doing that tomorrow, but that's the attitude that got you in the slump you've been living in. I hope you're listening. 2 words, diligence and discipline. See, you owe them both to your daughter, that is to be a better father, because the type of man that you want to see her marry, you're going to have to model, so stop running from your calling. You are far more than just an artist. Your gifts and talents are to be used as tools to lead people out of darkness. Someone has to give aid to the helpless and deliver hope to the hopeless. You are to piece together the broken, so I'm going to need you to focus, and I know that you struggle with loneliness. I understand those women are tempted, but you have to decide, is that night of passion worth another morning feeling empty and then pacifying with weed and alcohol? We all know too well the drill of trying to fill all the voids in your life that you know only God can fill, but yet instill with all the turmoil. You are no less a child of God. As you can see, the devil comes at you even harder now that you're on the other side. And though your walk has been far from perfect, know that God isn't mad at you. And all the mistakes you've made haven't taken away from all that he has for you. But still, there is a battle going on, and it is getting rather intense. And if you're going to fight for the kingdom, you can't keep straddling the fence. There is too much to be accomplished. And fear can't be an accomplice. And if you got a glimpse of God's plan for your life, it would simply leave you astonished. So embrace the gifts that he's given you. But never stray from humility, always remembering with great power will come great responsibility, but that will only come with full dedication. An honest self-evaluation and separation from some places, some faces, and some people's expectation need to be the man of God you're called to be. You're going to have to dig down and find the courage. But understand, the old man will have to die before the new man can ever flourish. Nick, together, you and I can do things that people say could never be done. But until you decide to put God first in your life, you and I can never be one. Sincerely, your potential. Thank you. It's my mic. Hey, you doing? This is nice, man. This is
I
nice.
know.
I'm enjoying myself. This is my first late night show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did y'all enjoy Nick?
What's up?
Nothing. Did you have fun?
I had a blast.
Okay.
I did. I need a sandwich in my life, though.
A sandwich?
A sandwich in my
I
life.
don't think we
yeah.
have sandwich. Oh, we might have some pinwheels back there or something.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go check it out. We're gonna see about it.
So one of the things I've always wanted to ask a comedian,
Yeah.
how do you, like, who do you test your jokes on?
So this is how you have to do it. So you just randomly test them on people. You don't never, like when you never go to people and go, hey, let me try this joke on you, because then people will just laugh down. It's awkward. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just introduce it in casual conversation. You know what I'm saying? And then here's the funny thing about comedy. Just because a joke doesn't work that time doesn't mean it's to be thrown away. Here's my rule. I got a 3 strikes rule. If it gets 3 consecutive strikes, it's out.
Okay.
But sometimes if it hits and then it misses, then sometimes you just need to fix it. It's a word or two here you might need to fix. But
So you'll try it out once.
Yeah. And then that's what open mics are for as well. Going to the open mic and testing out the joke. You know what I'm saying? But open mics can be deceptive too, because you go on an open mic and you think the joke didn't work, but the reality is you were competing with the TV and the pool table and all of the other stuff, so you didn't have everybody's attention. So you just really have to, just continue to work it out and just see what works. The people will tell you if it works or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you notice you were funny?
I've always been a class clown, man. My teachers didn't appreciate it though.
Why? What you mean?
I was in the office all the time for talking too much. But the moment when I realized I could do stand-up comedy, I actually was in the Navy. This is when y'all supposed to clap, like military. Right? This is how they do it. I'm trying to teach y'all how to be a studio audience, okay? I'm trying to teach studio audience.
Studio audience.
I
thought you said studioologist.
Studioologist.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, that's what I went to school for. Studioology. That's what the bachelor's is in. So one day we were pulling in from out to sea. It was late, and I was on the back of the ship, and I was just talking trash how I normally do. And before you know it, about 20 of my shipmates had surrounded me, just laughing. And it was like, as we got done and the crowd dispersed, it was just like epiphany. You could do stand-up comedy. And from that point forward, I just became obsessed with it. Like, I started. So this was back when the iPod Touch had just came out. And I had bought one for my daughter's mom. And I would stay up all night watching comedians. I go, man, I could do that. So finally I mustered up the courage and did Apollo night at the Ritz.
Okay.
Yeah, so my first time performing was in front of over 400 people. And I killed it.
Nice.
And I just knew I was ready for an HBO special. I was terribly wrong. Because about 3 weeks later, I was doing my second show in front of about 20 people, and they were looking at me like I was speaking Spanish.
Were you doing some of the same jokes?
Same jokes, and they were just like, and I was just like, oh, I'm not as far along as I thought.
So one of the times, or have you ever like just bombed?
Of course, every comedian bombed. Any comedian say he never bombed, he's lying.
So what was that like, your first time bombing?
Man, the first time you bomb, it's like your soul hurts. It hurts. So we got comedians over here, they'll tell you, man. Man, when you bomb, the worst part is like, when you bomb, you really want to leave the venue immediately. You know what I'm saying? You're like, let me get, but the worst part is you just gotta
suck it up.
Tough it out. You know what I'm saying? Then you sitting there, and then, your homeboy be done killed it, and you see somebody come up and go, hey man, boy, you so funny. And then they look at you and go, what's up, bro? And then you just be sitting there, or we got, in comedy there's a phrase, we got a YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Where they'll be like, man, you were so funny, that joke you did, YouTube. YouTube mean, nah, you suck. But the comedy is the only thing where people don't like you, man. People they overly judge you. Like somebody, I done seen somebody come up to somebody, man, y'all were funny, man. Hey, man, you need to kill yourself. Like, I need to die because these jokes are bad. Like, What? Like that never happens to anybody at work. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't mess up some copies on the copy machine and somebody walk up and go, man, you need to kill yourself like this. But that's the nature of the business. Comedy is the hardest form of live entertainment, but it's the least respected because it's our job to make it look easy. But we up here trying to remember jokes so when you're heckling and trying to be a part of the show, you don't know, man, I'm trying to remember the next thing I'm about to say, and you're throwing me off. And then, it's our job to make it look easy, because if you ask more people what live entertainment you think you can do, they go, I think I can do stand-up comedy. When you get up here in front of people, and they're not laughing, 3 minutes is an eternity. It is. Right, fellas?
Somebody said, what?
Look, you see these guys over here now, them 3 minutes, you just be like, woo, woo, you look at your clock like 10 times, and it'd be done 15 seconds be done past.
So what's coming up? What can fans look forward to from Nick Harvey?
Okay, so right now, most of the stuff I'm doing is private shows, but I'm in the process of rebranding right now. I'm in the process of trying, and so I really haven't been pushing hard for booking because I got to get my website tight. You can't send nobody to what you're doing right now. So here of late, I really just been taking them as they come. Like I'm doing a birthday party this Saturday coming up. So there's a lady out here that says she's looking for somebody to open up for some big name comedy. So I hope you like me tonight, wherever you at. We'll talk after the show. But looking to get into some act. I'm gonna tell you what's really on the horizon. My wife pregnant again. I can't keep her out in the streets. She's pregnant again. And listen, I told her I got a 12-year-old. I just got a 1-year-old. He just got here, and now she pregnant again. And I told her, I said, birth control was your responsibility, cause you know what I'm gonna do. I'm not responsible enough for this thing. So yeah, we're pregnant again, and it's exciting. Hopefully we get the girl. But man, I'm enjoying life. Enjoying life.
Awesome. Y'all give it up one more time for Nick Harvey.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, y'all give it up for DJ Dutchess. DJ Dutchess. You want to join me real quick? Yup. So what y'all don't know is I met DJ Dutchess years ago, but I met her as a poet. And she's also an amazing lyricist. So I'm about to put her on the spot. Real quick. Hey, okay. You gonna dance?
I can't play my music.
It's okay.
Did he take the mic?
Yeah, it's okay. He took
It's
the
okay.
mic. Nick just took the mic. It's okay. Y'all give it up one more time for DJ Dutchess.
I don't know whether to sit and be on the spot. What am I doing?
No, you can sit. It's okay. We trying to get the mic. Nick, can you bring the mic? What happened to you? Oh, sorry, y'all. This is our first show, y'all. Are y'all having a good time, though? We just trying to give it up for, and give it up for Mo Noir. She wanted to make sure she let us know that she sanitized.
It smells sanitized. Listen,
everything.
have you ever smelled a stank mic?
Yes.
Good God.
Oh my God.
Oh my, listen.
A stank mic would just make you not want to perform.
If you mess up, it's because of the stank mic.
I just put it down.
Listen, y'all, I didn't know she was interviewing me, so I'm gonna cross this leg. But if that ankle is ashy, that's her fault.
So, I'll put you on the spot. Do you remember your first poem?
Oh, I was probably like some super depressed. I'm a teenager. I'm pretty sure I have like 5 million poems in a book somewhere called State of Depression, Part 3. It was all teenage hormones.
Me too.
My first poem. No, I don't know.
Or a poem.
All right.
Can you bless us with a poem? Y'all want DJ Dutchess to bless us with a poem?
All right, I gotta do my intro poem. That's what.
There we go.
I remember that in my sleep. Hey, yo, I got this pressure. Pressure to spit better than any other female that's ever stepped on the mic, and why? because this field is predominantly promoted by these poetic people. People who have made poetry their lives. So I make it my prerogative to gain the best they've ever seen from this chick. Like I'm Mrs. King doing my thing on the side, and that means I'm an I have a dream kind of chick. I got pressure. Pressure to step to the stage and impress you. Like this lyrical anointing was meant just to bless you. See this here was meant for you. So I'm gonna get past this pressure now that we've been properly introduced. I'm DJ Dutchess. I hate having poet friends.
Why?
Because you can't go anywhere.
No.
You can't walk in and just be like, I'm gonna chill tonight.
Nope.
Give me some drinks.
Singers
Get
either.
stupid. Oh no.
Singers? Nobody really. Comedians?
Like, see, hey, you performing? No.
Tell a joke. Like, I do. Oh wait, I have a joke.
Do it.
You want to hear my joke?
Yeah.
Okay. So a polar bear. See, you laughing already? A polar bear walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "What do you have?" Who said, "Uh-oh"? You know this joke already?
Go girl.
Okay. So the polar bear walks into the bar, and the bartender says, "What do you have?" And so the polar bear is like, "Rum and Coke." The bartender says, "Sorry, this joke makes me laugh." The bartender said, "Why the long pause?" He says, "I'm a polar bear. Oh, I have her paws."
That's so corny.
I love that joke.
That's so corny.
No, I love it. Y'all think it was funny?
No, it's one of those jokes that is so corny. It's funny.
It's funny. I thought it was funny.
That's how that joke works.
I just broke my ring.
What?
Damn it. Oh well.
Are you not a lesbian? Oh. Who's past here?
She didn't say it.
My bad, I didn't say it. Forgot what should be That's part of the uniform, the rings.
No, that's a thumb ring.
That's the thumb ring is?
I left the see exactly. You have your thumb ring.
That
on.
is
Are you a
still there.
lesbian?
What? Tell
DJ
people.
Dutchess. All right. How did that name come? How did you come up with DJ Dutchess?
So stage name, right? My stage name has changed so many times. So, all right, Dutchess. I got in high school when I was playing basketball.
Okay.
The reason I got it was because I went to one of my friend's girlfriend's house, and she was talking about some lady named Dutchess, and I was like, hey, who's Dutchess? Like, she was like, that's what I call my grandma, and I said, what? You can call her something other than grandma? And she was like, yeah, I call her Dutchess, and then from there I was like, my grandkids gonna call me Dutchess, and then I went to school and was like, it's Dutchess. It's done. It's Dutchess. And then, when I started performing, people were like, all right, introducing to the stage, Monique the Dutchess. And I was like, no, it's not Monique the Dutchess. I was like, it's just the Dutchess. So then I changed my name to simply Dutchess. Because I was like, it's simply Dutchess.
Right.
And then I started DJing, I was like, DJ Dutchess.
Listen, it's so hard to blink. These eyelashes keep getting.
I see you.
My eyes
They're
keep
heavy.
getting stuck.
Listen, I saw a girl the other day,
Sorry.
and I work at the hospital. I saw a girl the other day, and like she literally had on like she was just cleaning. I mean, that's a hell of a job at a hospital right now. That is the all-star job at a hospital right now. But she was just in regular cleaning clothes, and her eyelashes was like this.
You gotta be cute.
And she no,
You gotta be cute.
she scared me. It was one of those where you don't know what happened, and all of a sudden it was like, damn!
All right. So, what came first, poetry or DJing?
Poetry.
Poetry came first.
Yeah.
So, your very first time performing a poem in front of a crowd of strangers.
I think it was, I had gone out to like, what was it, 8th and Main, 9th and Main?
Ninth
I had all of them for years.
Okay.
For years I was going to those. And then I would just be like, I'm gonna get up on the mic today. And never get on the mic. And then one day I was like, I'm gonna do it. That's because I had turned like 21 and I think I had a drink. And then I had my little black book. I got like a picture, like it was Chanel the hostess was doing it, and I literally got up there on stage and I did this, and I was like, they like me. And at that time I was doing nothing but Christian poetry. I was stirred in the word.
Yeah.
And so,
Okay, so that's interesting, right? Christian poetry.
yes.
How does that now translate over to the DJ Dutchess of today?
I mean, book me for a church party, I'm there for it. We can go for it. But you know I do music too.
Right.
So I was doing like strictly Christian hip hop, and then I was doing nothing but like Christian, straight up Christian poetry. And then I was like, and then I think you should remember it. I had a poem that's called Hypocritical. And I basically was talking about how a girl didn't want to go to the club with me because she was afraid she was going to see her church members at the club. And I was like, if they there, then why can't you?
Right.
And then so for me, it was that point where I was just like, we are so big on like all these things with church that we stop to be ourselves. And I was like, you end up being hypocritical in that fact, because I was like, if I say forget you and F you, it's the same thing.
Right.
You know what I meant. If I say bitch please and girl stop, it's the same thing. And so I was just like, I'm not going to be hypocritical anymore. And so it became a point in my life where I was just like, I can't live this. You gotta be.
Right.
Y'all see how they did Kirk?
Yeah.
I can't live that life.
Right.
That's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut you out.
Let me tell you what I like about the whole Kirk thing is that like he's a dad, you know what I'm saying? And he's human. Like we put
Yes.
people on these pedestals. Like don't put me on no pedestal, because I'm flawed and I will
Listen.
mess up and I will disappoint you. So
I hope
don't.
his album sales went up, because I listened to
They
Melodies
did.
from Heaven
Oh,
right
yeah.
after, because I was like,
It
yes,
hit
Kirk.
different. It hit different.
Yes,
It hit
it did.
different after that. It really did.
Now when you hear it rain down on me,
Yep.
because he going through some things with that boy.
It really is. It really
His
is.
songs make no sense now.
It really does. But here's the thing about religion and sexuality, right? My thing is, we are all on our own separate walk. Your walk with God is your walk with God. If my walk with God is the way that I feel like I feel like God accepts me the way that I am, then that's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? Because it's between me and God. So I think that's where the hypocrisy comes in, when people try to, oh, well, the Bible says this and the Bible says that. It's like, but God just wants you to love people.
But you still eating like shellfish though. Like you
Like-
just had a crab shack. Oh,
We
we not on that part of Leviticus. Okay, all right.
We pick and choose. We pick and choose. We ain't gonna talk about that
I'm
part.
just saying.
though.
Listen, I used to be a Sunday school teacher. Don't try me. I went to a Christian school for all of high school and middle school. Don't try me. We can go with this work. I'm just saying. I'm just all right.
Oh, you want to bring up the word?
Yes.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I'm gonna segue that into if you guys are looking for a talk show on every second and fourth Thursday night, I have the Rainbow Table Talk.
Yeah, there you go. What else you got going on? So you got the Rainbow Table Talk.
Rainbow Table Talk.
You also have Simply Dutchess or Simply Royal.
Simply
Entertainment.
Royal Entertainment. I just
Yeah.
LLC my
Boom.
business.
Congrats on
Trying to
that.
make it happen. Rainbow Table Talk is a show that me and my cousin do via the web, like everybody else is doing everything else, and it just basically talks about our struggle being lesbians going to a Christian school, and instead of worrying about getting good grades, we worried about getting expelled for being who we were. So we figured that it was long enough for us to be like, man, I love God, but I love who I am at the same time, and there's other people like me who love God and don't have an outlet for that. So we try to bring on people, talk about our struggles, talk about our things, normalize being our normal selves. So, and then Simply Royal, LoveReigns just did my website, unshameless plug.
Shout out to LoveReigns.
Shout out to Love. Have you met her? She's gorgeous. Oh, I'm in a relationship, so I can't talk to her. But she did my website. I'm trying to build things
You
up.
can't make me laugh too much, man.
Because you can't blink her. Y'all don't see it up here because all the smoke and fog and lights and stuff. She's up here.
I'm struggling. Oh Lord, y'all family for real. This is. Y'all give it up one more time for DJ Dutchess.
God bless you. Thank you. Sanitize it. I was breathing all
we gotta,
over
I'm
now.
sorry, my bad. We gotta sanitize the. Actually, you so. I love you. She be on it, boy. Right. Y'all yelled at me before y'all got here. I just want y'all to know that, but it's okay. I listened. So shouts out to our sponsors for the evening. Let's see. So first and foremost, Players by the Sea. Y'all give them Players by the Sea. Of course, Mode Noir. Y'all give it up for Mode Noir. MJ Baker Music. Mr. Peterson's Neighborhood. Simply Royal Entertainment. The Maven Factor. Y'all give it up for the Maven Factor. Jacksonville's only plus size boutique. Beautiful Pieces by Crystal. Y'all give it up. Bold City Music Co. Give it up for Bold City Music Co. Live Long Enterprises. Shouts out to Dr. Doc Sensei. Lady Monique Gifts. Y'all give it up for Lady Monique. Shouts out to Jacksonville's Choice Events as well. Hope at Hand Incorporated and 2020 Vision Media Production. Thank y'all so much for being amazing and for sponsoring the show. This was just a vision, and honestly, you know, this was completely an idea and a concept that was presented by Players by the Sea, and I was like, sure, let's do it, right? So thank y'all so much for allowing me to come and do this. So y'all ready to be next entertainer? Let me hear you say yeah! Yeah! This guy is he's a secret comedian. If you know him in real life, he will have you laughing. First of all, he'll slide a joke in, and you don't even realize it's a joke until you start feeling tears rolling down your face because you realize what he just made a joke of, and it's hilarious, and then you miss it. But he is an amazing percussionist. He's an amazing writer, and he's just an amazing. Oh, he's also an amazing handyman. He has his own company and own business. So y'all give it up for the one and only Mr. Ryan Sinclair.
Sound like this.
You see what I mean? You don't realize it until. He ain't right. Right?
What's the lie? What's the lie? That's how you sound now. So, you keep telling me things. Anyway.
You're making my eyes stick together. So, Ryan Sinclair, let's talk about, so you are an amazing percussionist. Did you start out like being a drummer?
Yes. Percussion means drums.
I mean like on drums. I don't
drum
know,
set,
like,
yes.
What, so
yes.
you primarily use, I've never seen you play the drums.
That's because you lived in Florida and I lived in Chicago.
Oh, okay, so you play the drums.
So when I go home, nobody knows that I play hand percussion. And when I come to Jacksonville, nobody knows I play the drum set. But I'm a percussionist. I play anything you could beat. Anything.
Y'all ain't catch that. He was here yesterday playing the drums on 2 water bottles.
2 water bottles. Yeah.
And it sounded amazing. It really did.
It was Alphavita water bottles.
Shout out
Support black
Alphavita.
people. Yes, that's right.
So when did that start?
I was in school somewhere and I had a little bald-headed white man teacher. He was about 4'1", named Mr. Podlasak.
Mr. Polisak?
Podlasak. You had to learn Polish because I was in Chicago. He was a lot of Polish. They make sausage. But anyway, I'd be in class banging on the desk and the lockers and, just banging on stuff. And this boy's always banging on everything. I need to bang on his head. And my mom was like, no, we're going to send him to class where you're supposed to play on things. And I went to a drum class. My first drum teacher was this guy, Charles Johnson. He was a famous band director in Chicago for all high school bands and stuff. And then I took the 8-week class with 40 people, and a whole bunch of us walking around with drums and sticks.
and I was like 7. And I used to have to go downtown, and so I got up on Saturday morning. I didn't get to see no cartoons, and I had to go to my class at Lyon and Healy. I don't know if that's even still in existence, but I would take the L. That's a train for people that don't live in cities. That was an L, and took the L downtown, and I went to Lyon and Healy, and I carried my drums and my sticks. And Chicago's L system is like 4 or 5 different trains that stop downtown. And so when I get out of class, I would run upstairs and get on the L platform, and I'd jump on the first train because it was about to pull off, and I think that was mine, and I didn't want to get left. But it was the wrong one. And it would go to the west side, and I lived on the north side. And so I was 7, so I didn't know I could just go on the other side, catch the train back. So I would get off, and I'd walk and play my drum going down the street. And I wouldn't do that today because actually I was walking through projects and stuff, but they said, here comes this little boy at this one-man parade again. Because I would strap my drum up and walk back to downtown and then follow the L track to my house. And that's where I got practice. I played, because there wasn't nothing else to do. I ain't know nobody, and I was too scared to bed because my mama don't be asking nobody for nothing out there in the streets. They don't think we poor. We are. But anyway, so I wouldn't ask nobody for, directions or a ride, so I just followed the train track back downtown and then over to my house, The one time I got the right train was the last day of class. I finally caught the right train. She's like, you home early? I'm like, yeah, I caught the right train this time. That was it, so that was where I got my start. So I was marching and drumming and have never stopped.
Nice. So have you ever played in a band? Like a marching band?
Marching band, I went to EWC. That's a clapping part. And when I went, we had just got reaccredited, and so they wanted to revive the band again. So I was the percussion section leader and the founder of this modern EWC, the Marching Thunder, whatever they are now. I don't be going to homecoming still. But I send them my $15 a year, so we good. So that marching band, the high school marching band, I tried out for the Nisi marching unit because I saw them at a competition, and I didn't really realize that I wasn't Chinese because they was Chinese drummers, and they kept telling me I thought I didn't practice enough. But it was like, if I'd have been smoking weed, then I probably could have made it because my eyes had been closed, but they weren't closed, so I could play with the Chinese people. But, a bunch of marching bands, a lot of marching units. We had a unit in Chicago called King's Drum Justice. It was the cats from the projects from Cabrini Green, and I lived on North Side, then Cabrini Green, and then Old Town Gardens. And we put together this marching unit with drummers, and they had nice uniforms, and we had stuff Mom and them made. But when it was bad, they was like, here come them raggedy drummers, but they tough. Because we didn't have 2 drums the same color. It was like all donated. But we played. And that was the story of my life. I play. I don't beat drums, I play.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah, we love people kids.
So you started dabbling in acting?
About 9. My mother was one of them people that you wasn't gonna be in the summer living in the house and running around the street, so every summer we had to go do something. So this summer we went in Washington Park in Chicago. They had a summer stock theater program, and she was like, "You going to that?" And I'm like, "I can't act." She said, "You've been acting since you was 5, and I told you to act like you got some sense." And so I went, and we did a lot of summer plays. I played this summer play, and I learned later that one of the guys that was the gangster that took over our house, and I was a little boy who didn't want to go to bed. I wanted to go play baseball or something like that. That was my lines. And I killed him too. But the guy that was one of the gangsters was actually Humphrey Bogart. I was like, wow. I found out later. I didn't know that. I would have got an autograph or a tattoo, but he was gone by then. Yeah, I mean, but that's when I started that, and ever since I'm just on stage. This is just what I do, I'm an artist for a living, and I build houses and stuff on the side as a hobby.
So you need a house. You need a house bill. Or
some-
you have some
some in it,
voiceovers.
or something broke. Yeah, I can do voiceover. I do answer machines on your phone if you would like to say, oh, sorry. She's a little busy right now. She'll
Get
try.
somebody in trouble. Call my phone talking about she a little busy.
I did. One of my coworkers had me do her phone. And we'd be at work, and she'd be like, hello, and they'd be like, girl, hang up, let the machine answer. It's time, I don't know, come see, he right here. But, that's just, I've been a bass from birth. And so, we was doo-wopping, and the choir director's like, who is that? With the bass, and it was like me. And when I was in high school, I was a little. And so they all partied, and she looked down, and there I was, and she's like, that's you? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. She's like, you're in the choir. I'm like, okay. Because we was taught to say okay to grown people. We couldn't have, why was not in our vocabulary at that point.
Right. Money.
And, so I started singing. I'm like, oh, I like this too. This is cool. And so I joined the choir and sang in a little group and jazz group and in every group. And I was in every band and every orchestra. And just, it wasn't no school of the arts, but I made it one for me.
So how can people get in contact? What do you have coming up that people can follow you in?
Coming up, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm playing, I'm doing a monologue with Raymond Gould, Through Their Eyes. We're going to be at Bee & Son. I think it's May 19th, but also there's going to be some previews at some other venues coming up. Mother's Day, we're doing something. I'm not sure if I'm on or not. But I'm doing a monologue of one of the slaves that Harriet Tubman led to freedom. It's fantastic. That show, the rehearsal on that gave me them little bumps that ain't chicken pox, just goosebumps. Because, man, this guy's got some serious writing going on. And he's got a couple, he showed me like 5 books, but like, I'm an artist too. Can you just give them to me? Or can I cash app you when I make some money? But, he's got some fantastic stuff going on. I've been approached to do a virtual drum class. That may work, but I kind of like to be looking and listening to the people playing because they can put on an album talking about that's them. And then don't cash out me. But anyway, I'm doing that. I got 3 guys that I mentor. 9, 12, and 14. And I'll take them guys everywhere. And I just go get them. And I challenge any man to go get 2 guys that's not in your family, because your family gonna hear your stuff. Either from you or from the people telling me, oh, I'm only playing, around. But anyway, I go get 3 guys that's not in my family. And teach, let them, I don't tell them about manhood, I show them manhood. That talk is for the radio. I love you too. Thank you. But, talk is for the radio and television, and talk shows kind of get mundane now, and, everything is kind of like blah, blah, but hands-on, talking directly to a gentleman. They saw me angry with somebody, and they saw me pull it back, so I don't hide, like, I don't be floating, like Dutchess. I'm just a good Christian. I do regular stuff, I know who I am and whose I am, and if you don't, too bad, I don't care. In reality, it don't matter. You ain't on the front of my check or at the sender and at Cash App, I don't really care. But that's what I do. That's what happened with me. I had a lot of friends, a lot of males in my life, positive role models. And it wasn't about sitting there talking to me at a desk. It was like, come go with me, let's go do this, let's go do that. I grew up in the movement, I was drumming and marching, and then I was marching and carrying picket signs and getting water hosed and cherry bombed and police dogged and, well, I ran from police dog because I was fast too. But, you know, that kind of stuff, that's my history. You know, I didn't see the protests on television. I was there. You know, there's some pictures that if they had wide angle, if they'd had an iPhone then, they would have saw me in one of the corners. But they had just regular cameras. So, but that's where I was. My mother got us out of school to go to marches because she felt that was important, and I believe her.
For sure, for sure. Y'all give it up one more time for Mr. Ryan Sinclair. Ryan is going to bless us with some of his amazing talent. He got his arms out, so he's ready. So one more time, y'all give it up for Ryan Sinclair.
She got to wipe it, but I flossed. So.
Yes, Dutchess. Yes.
I'm here.
How y'all doing? So, I ain't gonna tell y'all that Markeyta is here, but anyway, she said this was her favorite piece, and it was about some confusion as to who I am. Do I gotta sit right here? Oh, no, I can do all that. So, you know, it was this misnomer applied to me. You know, one day I used to work for the city and I was going home. And in the course of going home, I got called boy, pimp, dog, all sorts of things. You know, it's like, you know, my name ain't boy. I don't play games and I'm not a toy. I don't mess around with junk foolishness and games. Boy is not my name. My name ain't dog. I don't procreate at a rapid rate just because I can. I know making a child is not making a man. I don't mess with dogs, and I'm a running pack. I don't believe women belong on their back. I know the difference between pleasure and pain. Dog is not my name. My name ain't Pimp. I refuse to be another man. I don't dress loud to impress the crowd. Got a fancy ride. Have fabulous hair with no brains inside. My woman is neither my hoe, my bitch, my piece of all my property. I got a woman. I treat her properly. I don't have a top hat, fly clothes, and a cane. So, Pimp is not my name. My name ain't nigga. I'm neither low, ignorant, nor base. I'm not a slave. I can look you in the face. I don't come from nigga land, wherever that is. I don't think all my liquor is taking care of this. I ain't got time for another beer this game. Nigga's not my name. My name ain't color. My name ain't cold. I ain't a Negro, a joke or a buffoon. I ain't no jungle bunny or no spit chuckle. No low down, slimy, shivers, lazy mother. I ain't no son of a bitch. And I ain't no bastard. And neither am I ashamed. When you call me, just call me Ryan. Because that's how I was named. I heard Dutchess talking about being a lesbian.
Who?
Well, I heard her talk about
Rain.
Huh?
going to school.
That was Rain.
Oh, LoveReigns was talking about Dutchess and was talking about being a lesbian. That's not. They both were. That's Ebony. Y'all give Ebony a hand. I said a hand. Y'all gave about 20. But anyway, so, you know, I ain't got no gay friends.
folks at Players by the Sea know, because we are hoping to do this monthly right here. So if y'all like it, please tag some people, tag Players by the Sea, take some pictures, all that good stuff. We'll be out in the lobby after this last guest. Listen, have y'all ever heard of, raise your hand if you've never heard of Markeyta Williams. Woo-wee! Y'all just don't know.
They finna get their life.
You just don't
They
know.
about to get their life.
You just don't know. Your whole soul about to get took right now. This girl, she don't just sing, she sings. This girl be singing. So I'm gonna talk to her for just a few minutes and then she's gonna close us out. So the one and only Markeyta Williams!
Who your DJ?
Yes, Hills.
Hey.
Come on.
They won't be on long.
Come on, Hills. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's okay. I can't see nobody either because of these lashes, so it's all right. So Markeyta, so we spoke one time before for the Random Thoughts of Rain podcast. We did the live edition during the NPN network night.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was fun. Fun was had for sure, for sure. So for the folks who don't know who you are, tell them why you're dope.
I love when you say that. I love that so much because it reminds you that you are dope and you need to remind yourself sometimes. I'm dope because I am a singer, songwriter, and I'm a human. I'm normal, and I'm normal. That's my friend for real.
Right?
So sorry.
That's my friend for real. And I am also, I'm a poet. I just don't like to call myself that because I know so many phenomenal poets that I'm like, no, I'm not like them. But I am also a poet.
You are. That's something that have y'all heard her new single? I'm okay.
It's amazing!
I'm okay. That's my listen.
Y'all
That's
know
a
Taryn can sing?
No.
Taryn can
We're not
sing.
talking about me. We're not
Okay.
talking about me. We ain't talking about me. We talking about you. No man.
Taryn can sing though.
So when did you know that you were a singer?
I did not know that I was a singer until they put me on the stage at the Gateway Mall and I was singing Tomorrow by Annie.
Ooh.
I didn't know I could sing. I just thought I liked the song. They want me to do it in front of other people. I was like, okay, this is weird, but sure, let's do it. I was like, I think I was 5. I didn't know I could sing. I just thought that, I liked the song and they liked it too.
Tomorrow.
Right. I didn't know I could sing.
Tomorrow. She's like, that's it, that's all I get. Let me tell y'all how this is what I like to do. I like to embarrass my friends, right?
Okay.
All of my friends know if we're close, I'm going to embarrass you. But in a good way, right? So we were at a gas station. We were legit at a gas station. Markeyta, we were going the same place.
Yeah.
And we just happened to pull up
We were
at
going
the
to Dutchess
same, right, we was going to Dutchess house. We pulled up at the same gas station, and I don't even know how the conversation started. Oh, the guy recognized me.
Right.
And he was like, oh, don't you do whatever. And I was like, yeah, no. But do you know her? So I was like, he was like, no. I was like, man, listen, you need to, she sings, look her up. He was like, no, I'll sing something. I was like, no. We're not going to do that. I'm going to show you this here video, though. You don't just sing on the spot, sir. Are you kidding me? So I showed him the video. It was a video of her singing the alphabet.
The alphabet.
You know you a singer when you can just sing the alphabet and kill it.
It was on a fluke too that I did the alphabet. It was just like, sing the alphabet. I'm like, I never did that. Let's try it.
Okay, so can you do it real quick? Like 2 seconds. Just like, just do
You
up
just
to
tell
M.
these people
I don't like
that
to
we
put you on the
do
spot.
that.
I
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Just up to
Up to C.
Don't go too far.
real quick.
Just real quick. The whole alphabet.
Yes.
Just the whole thing, you know that.
Okay.
I love her so much. Okay,
start, guys.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now you know your ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Listen, I knew all the words to that song and I refused to sing them.
I know all the words to that on repeat. I'm playing that on repeat. This is what I love. When you know, like, when singers do that.
You hear it? You heard right?
I love that. I really do. So so you performed at Gateway, right? When did you decide to really like pursue music, a music career?
When I was 24, when I was 23, 24. I don't know why, but I kind of felt like someone would come knock on my door and discover me. But that's not the case. So that's not how it works in real life. It just looks like that on American Idol. But
Right.
so I decided that instead of going and competing in all of these competitions that I did compete in, I competed for American Idol. I competed for The Voice. I competed for, what was the one on BET? Sunday's Best. I competed for all of those. Multiple.
Right, for real.
But
Like for real.
here's my thing though. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna compete anymore. I mean, I will, but I'm going to just do my own thing. And I decided to do my first album, which is available on all music platforms. It's called Enemies Necessary, and I'm working on my second. But I was like, I have to do it myself because waiting for somebody else to give me that opportunity, I might be waiting a lot longer than I'm willing to wait.
Go get it. I told you. Listen, when first of all, let me tell y'all a secret. Markeyta mama loved me. Her talk about loyalty.
She actually told me to tell my baby I love her and tell her I wish I could come tonight, but I can't. But tell her I know she gonna do a good job. I just closed the door, and she was like, "Why you gotta?" She yelled through the door, "Why you gotta be jealous?"
She right. Markeyta be jealous because her mama love me. She really does. Her mama is like loyal, like she's loyal to the nth degree. I love it. I love your mom. It's amazing.
It is
I love
amazing. It is amazing.
I love it. I love it. So your very first album, when you released that, what did that feel like?
I didn't know so many people liked me because when I did it at the time it was called Carl's Diner. It's off Main. It used to be off Main Street. Sat right there on the corner, and I didn't think that I was gonna get a crowd, but I was at capacity in that building, and there were people there that I didn't know. And I was like, people like me. I'm gonna keep doing this. I quit every day, but and it's only because being an artist sometimes it's hard to make that your full-time job. But that's when I realized people actually like what I do, and even I don't give you enough. And that's why I'm so thankful that you allowed me the opportunity to be a part of whatever it is that you invite me to do, because I don't give people that follow me, I don't like to call them fans, I call them family. I don't give you enough. I don't give you enough product. I don't give you enough music. But you still listen to me. You still follow me. You still come out. So it's just like I have to keep doing this.
I'm okay is on repeat still.
Right.
I'm okay.
That's all that she talking about. There is a fan club, guys. We're called The Keys. So if y'all want to join, just hit me up.
Right. For real.
I love Mo.
For real. I mean, you got a fan club. I told you. So I don't want to keep y'all waiting. Please, please, please give it up one more time for the incomparable Markeyta Williams!
Yes, ma'am.
Yes!
You see this man?
She
Okay,
about
girl.
to sing, y'all. I gotta stay up here and watch this.
Okay, sis. Okay, platform. You see him?
Yeah.
Will that be strong?
Yes.
Deb!
You know, Be Strong voice in the crowd, bro.
I know B Strong's voice.
I know.
I love you, Deb.
I love you back.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yes.
I'm ready too. I'm excited. I'm so happy y'all are here.
What are we doing first?
Right.
This is why I love being your DJ. Most singers be like, I gave you a list. Jesus. All right.
This is on Enemies Necessary. This is called Slow Down. I get a little bit more volume in my mic, just a little bit.
Met a girl named Sonya from Miami. She was a singer and a dancer, I could tell. She was content with being who she wanted to be. Remember when life used to be me. She had the mindset that everything would be alright. Had to hustle and fight just to live her life. I shut down thinking that my ambition was sinking. Where did the Sonya go that lives in my heart? You know the one who got to make me who I am. Lovely, not a shine I have fading. I got the fun but not me on key. The attention flame but gone free. It changed who I used to be. I got to get back to the old me. The one who made me who I am. Where did she go? Just don't feel right. Can't seem to figure out what exactly went wrong. I was happy all alone, but come to find out what's really going on. It was us that you didn't want. I'm okay. I don't want you to worry about me, but I'm okay. I don't want you moving on, if that's okay. Everyone to you been, while I kept the roof from up again, and we never see it through the finish. But you clearly felt something different. How can I expect you to deal with my feelings? You can better deal with yourself. Baby boy, can't you see I'm the victim, paying for the sins of some am I am. I'm okay. Don't you worry about me, but I'm okay. Don't you moving on, that's okay. Move how you gotta move, 'cause at the end of the day, I hope that you're okay too.
Your code is a different monster.
Your
Your code is a different me.
so
Made a promise you couldn't honor. Said things that you didn't mean.
you didn't
Your code is a different monster.
so
Your code is a different me. Made a promise you couldn't honor. Said things that you didn't mean.
I'm okay. I know what you worry about me, but I'm okay. I know what you're moving on, and that's okay. Move how you gotta move, 'cause at the end of the day, I hope you're okay. I'm okay. I know that you worry about me, but I'm okay. I know what you're moving on, and that's okay. Move how you gotta move, 'cause at the end of the day, I hope you're okay. I'm okay. I know what you're moving on, and that's okay. I know what you worry about me, but that's okay. Do what you gotta do, 'cause at the end of the day, I hope you're okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm
Listen, when she said, your code is a different monster.
Yes, ma'am.
Your code is a different me. Woo! One more time, Markeyta Williams. There's a shoe up here. We got some dollars. She just make you want to throw everything up here.
Come get the dollars.
Ryan Sinclair, Nick Harvey, Markeyta Williams, please come out. Y'all come all the way up to the stage. DJ Dutchess. Y'all give it up for DJ Dutchess. Yeah. One more time, Mr. Ryan Sinclair. Wait, we gotta do a picture. One more time, Mr. Nick Harvey. And once again, Miss Markeyta Williams. We got a suit, we got dollars. Thank y'all so much for not only for coming out tonight, but for continuing to rock with the kid, man. Y'all have no idea how much we put into.
Hey, listen, 100 shows is a big deal. This is dope.
Thank you. I love y'all so much, man. Make sure y'all take pictures. We're gonna be out in the lobby and take some of that food and all that stuff. I will be. I have some books out there for sale. So if you want a book, yep, I got some books and all that. My books are only $15.
Only $15? That's practically free.
That just made my heart smile. Thank y'all so much. Good night. Oh yeah.
Hey y'all, this is your girl Adriana Sequel, and I am here with
Lady Monique.
All right, Miss Lady Monique.
Coles. Yes, Monique Coles, aka Lady Monique.
Yes.
Curly Diva Corsets.
Yes. Okay, and you see the girls, they are sitting. Okay, so she about what she says she about, okay?
Yes.
So yes.
And I can eat and breathe. Oh.
So Miss Coles, what was your favorite part of tonight?
My favorite part was the intro monologue where she's talking to us and dropping the jewels, the wisdom and the knowledge, the interaction, the acknowledgement of everyone there. So the whole event, if you missed it, make sure you catch the next one because you missed out on a treat. And I'm waiting to be, for my guest invite, my guest invite to be on the chair.
You know what? You are too fabulous for us.
And I'm an official fabulous woman. Several years. Tanya Thomas Fabulous Woman Pageant. I've been in it every year. Make sure
Yes,
you get that. She has a Proud and
ma'am.
Pretty pageant coming up for the little girl.
Yes, you better promote yourself. Well, listen, we thank you so much for joining with us tonight. And if you could say one thing to Taryn, what would you say to her?
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for supporting me in my new business, Lady Monique Unique Gifts. I did the tabletop arrangements.
Okay.
That was out there. Yes.
Okay.
Baby, I had to glue on the nail. I broke 2 nails. I had to go to the nail shop. 2 nails.
Two nails.
Okay. But I appreciate you. I love you, and I support you, and I love that you support others, Black women, small businesses, and keep up the excellent work.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, it's your girl, Adriana Sequel, and I am here with comedian Nick Harvey.
Hello, man.
Right, yes. First of all, let's get into the whole outfit. I'm loving it. We got the Rugrats, we got Angelica, we got Tom, we got all that. And I'm really digging the lime green sneakers.
So,
yes.
This jacket.
Yes.
Burlington Coat Factory.
I know that's right. They're more than great coats.
Listen, it's a members only.
Members only, y'all.
Young people won't know nothing about the members only, and I got it for the $40.
$40 holla.
There you go. Well spent. And this shirt came from Walmart, man.
I'm into it. Hey, you can do a lot of good stuff from Walmart.
I just moved in Bartram, man. I got a pretty sizable mortgage now, so we gotta.
Yes, you did. You did tell us that you made that move all the way out to Bartram. You did. Now, tell us, because you're a comedian. What's been the best and worst parts of living out in Bartram?
The best thing about Bartram is how friendly the neighbors are.
Yes, all them friendly, good white people. Yes.
Yes, they are so friendly. The worst thing about Bartram is how friendly the neighbors are. They act like COVID isn't a thing in Bartram. Like they're in Bartram. They're like, COVID can't afford to be in Bartram, so the kids are playing. People aren't wearing masks, and I feel like a weirdo keeping my mask on. I think my neighbors might think I'm antisocial, but COVID's a real thing for me in Bartram. So, but it's awesome out there, man. I love it out there, and when I see white women jogging at nighttime, it makes me feel secure.
Absolutely. See, now if you missed the show, you missed his set, and Nick told us that he wanted to live in a place where white women can jog freely at night. And it looks like you finally got your wish. So we happy for you.
Let me tell you what else they do in Bartram. In Bartram, people pick up their dog doo-doo. People don't pick up doo-doo in the hood.
They don't.
No, not
Just
at all.
gonna leave it right there on your lawn for you to get it up.
They're going to look at you while they dog doo-dooing on your lawn and be like, what's up, bro? And then just walk back in the house.
Well, listen, I'm so glad that you have moved to greener pastures, but I have one last question for you. Since you were a guest tonight, you gave us an amazing set. You got to be a part of Random Thoughts and Rain 100 episode celebration. If you could say anything to Rain right now, what would you say to her?
Rain, this was dope. This was a very, very dope event. And other than the awesome performers, the authenticity of everything, the authenticity, the friendship, the camaraderie between everybody, it was extremely organic, and it was a beautiful thing. And I know I had a great time, and I know all of the people who came had a great time, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely. So we're going to catch you at the next one. Thank you so much for joining me, Nick Harvey. Yes, y'all. Next show, Random Thoughts and Rain, right here, Players by the Sea. All right, it's your girl Adriana back, and I am here with percussionist and poet Ryan Sinclair, okay? So Mr. Sinclair, you not only gave us a laugh tonight, which we greatly appreciated, but you also shared some really great inspiring stories with us. And one of the things that I wanted to kind of highlight a little bit is you said that you actually take three boys that are not related to you, and you show them manhood. And I think our audience really, really loved that gem that you dropped tonight. So can you just tell us a little bit more about your mentorship and what you do with these three boys?
These guys, I'm a friend with their mother, and she's like single mom.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got boys, I don't know. I'm like, I'll get them. And we go to my house, and we might be working on building. I might show them how to use saws, hammers like that. And they're taking drum classes. They're in my drum troupe. And then just, we go places, and I'm like, open the door for the ladies.
Right.
Do this, do that, pick up that stuff, pick up that paper. Just them little things that men used to do to me. The men in my block. Boy, stop all that, stop making all that noise. It's ladies present. Put your shirt on. A real man don't walk around with topless. Now, it's hot outside. Put on a t-shirt, And some of this stuff that's acceptable is not acceptable to me. You are still the child, I'm still the grown person. And you need to know that grown people are going to be grown people, whether they're right or wrong. Do what they, respect them. You're not talking back, you're not asking questions. These are not conversations. I'm telling you things.
Right.
This is stuff for you to understand. And so they get something. Then I have them look up a word.
Okay.
A word.
I love that.
Some word that you don't know.
Right.
Because I'll drop one. It's like, what does that mean? I'm like, don't guess.
Right.
It's better to say, I don't know. Enlighten me. Then, no. Find out what it really means.
Right.
Dictionary is your best friend. Because some of the stuff that you're hearing out here, they have changed the name or bastardized the meaning of some things, and that's not the true meaning.
Right.
So when you're saying it to us, we understand, but when some others hear it, it's like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That's not, it doesn't compute. It doesn't go along with each other. So it's important to be able to talk to everybody that you come in contact with, not just the people that look like you or sound like you.
Right.
That was one of the big things in my family. They always made sure that we knew how to act. We didn't act. We did this everywhere. This is how a man does. This is how a woman does. And so in that thing is that I know that I can't teach everybody. But a friend of mine told me, if you put an apple seed in the ground, you don't go out in the morning trying to get apples.
Right.
And you ain't looking for one. You're looking for a lot later on.
Yes.
So I'm planting that seed. I don't know who they talk to.
Right.
They talk to people at school, man, y'all need to come do what we do. And the kids that they're friends with see differences in them. It's like, what's going on with them now? Their mother told me that another lady's like, can you take some of my guys? It's like, okay, now, it's going to involve money after.
Right, but you said you got to hit that cash app after a while.
It don't really, in all actuality, I probably owe my drum teacher for my classes.
Yeah.
But because I wanted to, he wasn't worried about the money.
Right.
It was just passing on, and he did the same thing with me. I went with him all day Saturday.
Yeah.
Not just at the shows, but all day Saturday. So I washed cars. We went to his house, did some work for his mother, his father, things like that.
Right.
And so that's the stuff that I'm passing on. The real manhood stuff is this thing of showing boys what man is. Because, people telling them all day long, and then there's a different action when they see them in person. So, they were with me one day, and I got upset with my brother and my nephew. And I was raging. I'm like, ugh. Then I'm like, man, let me calm down.
Right, yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, they would have saw that in me, and I'd have messed with my brother's family, with my nephew's family, and their minds. Because here he go telling me so-and-so, and then he does this.
Something else.
At the moment, he gets upset. So I let him see that. I let him see me crying. I let him see me come down. And I let him see me go back and say that I admitted what was my part in that situation. So that's some of the stuff, because for the most part, I learned things that I've seen people do, not what they've told.
Right.
I've been around a lot of influential people, and I see them when the camera's off. And they're still the same when the camera's off as when the camera's on. So that's my goal, is to be still the same when the camera's on and the camera's off.
so that what I talk about in public, I'm practicing in private. You know, there's not two things. There's not a scandal, nothing attached to my name. It's like, yeah, he be telling you all this, but y'all don't know so-and-so. So I could run for office, but I'm going to cuss if y'all come interrupting me. I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, you know, I will say we would maybe like to see that one day. But, you know, even if that day never comes, we do thank you so much for dropping those gems. I definitely hope that you guys took something away from Ryan Sinclair tonight. And again, if y'all missed this, you missed a treat. You missed the comedy. We love your Barry White voice.
Y'all should have been here.
Yes, y'all should have been here.
I tipped somebody. That's a first.
You did. You did. You sure did. He did. So that's what we're saying, y'all. You have to come see us next time so you can see such wonderful guests like Ryan Sinclair. And again, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. And make sure that y'all visit www.IAmLoveReigns.live. This has been your girl, Adriana Sequel. And this has been Random Thoughts of Rain 100 episode celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the woman of the hour, Miss Taryn LoveReigns is in the building, and she's finally here to talk to us because she has had a busy, amazing night. So, Miss Reigns, please tell us, how did you enjoy your very first live show?
Man, this was cool. This was really cool. It definitely exceeded my expectations. I'm just happy. I'm blessed and honored for all the people that came out and supported, and the continued support, man. Like, I'm humbled, truly.
Yes, absolutely. And you will hear it later, but there was literally so much love in this room, so much love for you, so much love for what you're doing. And just like, you know, comedian Nick Harvey just said, one of the things that stood out was the authenticity of not just the audience and everybody who's participating, but of your guests. So I guess my question to you would be, well, first of all, I would say what's next, but how have you, over all of these years, just maintained your spirit, your purpose, and your authenticity through all of this?
I am nothing without God. God is the only reason and the only, you know, my only purpose, my only goal in life is really to fulfill the purpose that God has set for me. And that's it. That's all I think about, especially the past 2 years. That has really, really been my focus. Yeah. So as long as I can take care of my mama and fulfill the purpose of the gifts that God has given me, that's all I want. That's all I want to do.
So then what's next for Random Thoughts of Rain and LoveReigns?
I don't know. So season 2 is actually starting next week. We're doing some rebranding, and I got some amazing guests. And hopefully we'll be back at Players by the Sea. So we'll make this a monthly thing.
Absolutely. So y'all heard it here first. We're trying to make this a monthly thing. So if you missed tonight's event, you definitely missed the show, but that doesn't mean you have to miss it again. So just before we go, please let everybody know where they can find you so that they can stay on top of it and not miss the rest of this. Okay, see, it's right behind us. IAmLoveReigns.live. Okay? .live, not .com, .live.
All the social media stalking apps at IAmLoveReigns, LoveReigns on Facebook, Taryn Reigns and IAmLoveReigns on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Yes, I'm sensing a theme here. LoveReigns, okay? Find her on Instagram, Twitter, all of that on social media, and make sure you're keeping up with Taryn and all of her wonderful work, you guys. So again, make sure you don't miss the next one. I'm your girl, Adriana. This is our girl, Reigns. And this has been her 100th celebration, y'all.
Yeah.